But I have never encouraged anyone to do anything hateful or negative, attacking, certainly not death threats.
And anybody associated with you, do you know if they've encouraged that type of behavior?
No, sir. I've heard people tell that they've received death threats, and I've also heard that every time they're put on the spot to produce said death threats, they never do. I don't know if that's true or not. So I've heard the buzz, but I don't really have any personal knowledge.
Right.
So Vic Mignogna was in town today, and there have been lots of people that went out of their own way to meet Vic Mignogna, have him sign some stuff, and overall have a good time. But this did not stop the Kick Vickers in further having to illustrate a false narrative that his fans and Vic are not only a detriment to any convention they go to, but further having to go as far as to scrutinize fans that met him, as of course we are going to be taking a look at several examples on today's video. As once more before we begin, if you are new to this channel and want to be kept up to date with all things involving Vic Mignogna, Monica Rial, Ron Toye, and many of the news and updates involving the Vic Mignogna case, then be sure to go on ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications by clicking on the bell icon to never miss a single upload. Be sure to go on ahead and slap a like down below by giving this video a big thumbs up if you guys do stand with Vic, as well as making sure to check out and subscribe to my main channel over at UnrealNetwork, to where there you guys will be able to find lots of anime and Dragon Ball content that you guys will not get to find on here. And follow me at Twitter at UnrealNetwork to stay connected with me at all times. And if you have anything you would like to share or tag me in involving Vic Mignogna or any of the parties involved in this case, then be sure to go on ahead and follow me at Twitter. Now, to further kick things off, Vic Mignogna was indeed in New York City today from 6 to 10 at the Open Jar Studio over in Broadway, in meeting lots of his fans that went out of their own way in traveling in all the way from Long Island, the Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, Staten Island, Manhattan, New Jersey, and a lot of people came to meet this man. As of course you guys are about to see the full experience at the actual event itself, I want you guys to go on ahead and further check this out and let me know personally if you find anything wrong with what you're about to see. The exact thing that the Kick Vic members have been labeling Vic and his fans on him being disruptive and a detriment to any convention they go to. So I want you guys to go on ahead and check out the following clips and let me know yourselves as to what you think. Check this out.
If you get a chance, if you're going to Liberty City today, look for Ryan and tell him thank you. Say, hey, listen, thank you for not forgetting about us. Because what I've been finding is a lot of these conventions seem to be more concerned with 5 people that complain than 300 people that were going to show up. And actually, like, buy a ticket to go to the show. I mean, you know?
Yeah.
That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. You know what, you guys? I was upstairs just praying that there would be people here today. And I can't tell you how grateful I am to be here.
Thanks for being here, Vic.
Kakarot! Kakarot! Kakarot!
Yes! I don't normally do this. You know that, right? I don't normally do any Broly because he hurts a little. But since I'm not doing too much voice acting anymore...
Too soon.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Alright. This is probably going to be bad.
Listen, this is rare.
They're probably going to be like, those guys were better.
It's up to you.
Okay, ready?
You don't have to do it.
Kakarot! Kakarot! Kakarot!
Alright, let me tell you guys something. Michael is one of my favorite people. I love Michael. I love signing his Switch. I love hanging out with him. And here he is. My brother. Yeah, dude. Look at that.
Yeah, man.
You know you love him.
Yeah.
I love his name. Actually, he has another name, but he doesn't want me to use it. I think it's the coolest name ever. He doesn't like it, so we're just going to call him Victor. But the reason I want to introduce you to him is because he is responsible for bringing lots of things. What the hell? Oh, interception! Oh, yes!
He's snatching them up.
Yes! Boom! Was that awesome? He literally went, that Milky Way went roll right in. That Milky Way was made for you. Boom. Over here, over here. I got it! Awesome! There you go. Damn! No more Milky Way!
On the 27th. Now, if we go all sing him an early happy birthday. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you.
No.
Happy birthday to you.
Still no.
Happy birthday, dear Vic. Happy birthday to you.
Harmless, right? People went, they met Vic, they had him sign some stuff, they had him on video having to portray the voice of Broly, just overall have a good time, right? However, the Kick Vic group found an opportunity to once again paint Vic out in being a predator. As we go on ahead and take a look at Renfamous over on Twitter, she went on to blur out someone's picture and having to state, and I quote, "Too little, too late with the overhand, my dude," which of course the video is showing Vic having to hug a fan that's holding a teddy bear. Obviously her face is blurred out and the URL and the username is blocked off. So once again they're trying to spin this narrative that just because this guy is hugging a fan, legit, on camera, just simply having to take a stupid picture with somebody, the Kick Vickers are going out of their way to point out and stating, look, 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 he's hugging someone, look, his hand is over her shoulder. That's almost the same thing as having to be assaulted, right? So again, do you see the narrative here? And it's only going to get worse because they're trying to keep this guy out from any other future convention, in working with any other studio, in having him removed from voice acting, and that is so messed up because I didn't know that we live in a day and age now to where if we hug somebody or if we pass out candy or anything like that, right, it's almost the same thing as physically assaulting someone or anything worse of that nature. So again, as you can see, there are many examples of how the Kick Vickers are trying to spin this narrative, right, and having to state, well, he hugged people, thus it automatically makes him less than anyone else attending the convention. But also, if you guys remember Amanda Lee and many others that have been criticizing Vic supporters and Vic fans and having to call them harassers and predators and many other egregious things, right? But as you guys can see on video, people went, people had a good time, and they're still trying to spin that narrative and making him look a lot worse than what he truly is. So again, I want to get your feedback down in the comment section below because we have a lot more to cover within the next couple of days in regards to this. So again, if you guys do stand with Vic, be sure to give this video a big fat like. Again, hit that subscribe button, guys, on the channel. Follow me on Twitter. If you guys have anything to tag me on Twitter, then be sure to tag me at UnrealNetwork. So again, be sure to go on ahead and do that. You guys can find that link located down below. I'm going to leave some clips off for you guys to go on ahead and just take a look at. So again, thank you all so much for your time. Hit that subscribe button, guys, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Take it easy, guys. Peace.
That film, Dragon Ball Broly, was the third highest grossing anime film in the United States. Does that sound right to you? Were you pretty pleased with that success level?
It was, it was a privilege. I was really proud to be a part of it. I mean, I played this character for 15 years, and he would be in video games and stuff, and when I would do events, fans would always say, "Oh, I love Broly's my favorite character in Dragon Ball. When are they ever going to do anything more with him?" And I would always say, "I don't know. Wouldn't that be fun?" And then when this movie was announced, I was really excited about it.
That's a big deal, third highest grossing. And I assume that brings with it a pretty significant fan base.
I think they already existed.
Okay.
I think. I don't do any analytics or count this or that, but I think my overall body of work over the years has been pretty well received.
And I believe you said this earlier, but if you had distanced yourself from Vic, why would you have sent the kissy face emoji?
Because it's my job to put up appearances and make it appear as though everything is great, but also, like I said in my statement, I made every effort to try and move past that event, thinking it was a one-time thing with me alone. And I wanted to forgive him. I wanted to believe that he was a better person than that.
Could you just have said, "I had fun"?
Objection form.
Yes, but if you look at my Twitter, you'll see that I use emojis all the time. So it would have been out of character for me not to use an emoji.
Oh, yes,
I use
everyone.
hearts constantly.
If you turn to Exhibit 8, page 9,
It's so funny to me.
which is funny.
I'm reading this. So she has this horrific experience, and then a second situation, she agreed to come by my room briefly. Now, why would she do that? I'm sorry. I didn't even, like I said, some of this is still kind of fresh.
Yesterday, when Ron gave his deposition, he had indicated that a lie could be just not telling about something. Do you agree with that?
Objection 4.
To me, a lie is knowingly telling a falsehood. I can't speculate what Ron thinks it is.
And what does that appear to be?
I honestly am not sure. Which is it? One of these? It's either a blog, book, manga, or about.
Okay. What is the title saying?
It says "Fixing the Staircase: Vic Mignogna's Sexual Assault Allegations and the Voice Actors Who Speak Out."
Okay. Did you provide any information for this article?
Not that I'm aware of. No.
You idiot, Monica. You idiot. You and Ron are both idiots.
The reason you consider them to be defamatory is what?
Because they clearly imply that I am guilty of harassment, threatening behavior. There's no proof or evidence of that. And if I'm not mistaken, Funimation on the phone told me that they were not going to be releasing any public statement when they terminated me. I should say Sony. In the conversation they called me and terminated me, they said they would not be releasing any public statement. And shortly after, I can't remember, a week, 2 weeks after, maybe a week, they released these tweets publicly.
Okay. Were there any other tweets other than these tweets?
Not that I'm aware of.
Why did you come forward like in January of this year?
Objection 4.
Do you mean on Twitter?
On Twitter or with the investigation with Funimation?
Objection 4.
With the investigation, I came forward because, as I said earlier, the twins let me know they needed to talk to me about something, and they emailed me their statement, and I read it, and when I read it, I noticed that there were details that were so incredibly similar to what had happened to me that it started to make me wonder if maybe the one-time thing wasn't a one-time thing, and maybe I had forgiven him, not realizing that there was more to the story.
If I heard you correctly, and again, I don't want to put words in your mouth, if I heard you correctly, you seemed to say to me that whether or not the statement "only an idiot would vote for Trump" is harassment depends on what third parties do.
No, not necessarily.
Okay. Then please tell me how you think that statement could be harassment.
Objection 4.
I'm not sure.
Question. Does that change your answer that it could be harassment?
Nervous, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Could be, couldn't be.
Just depends.
Depends on what?
I'm not sure.
Do you believe that Vic should lose a 20-year career?
Objection 4.
I believe that actors deserve a safe work environment, and if that has to be the outcome, then yes. I just want to be able to say I ate Monica Rial. Again, it was the delivery. It wasn't like he just said it. He actually was touching my face and pulling me towards him when he said it.
Did you tell anyone about the jelly bean incident prior to January of 2019?
I know that Greg and I had spoken about it once before, just going, oh, you remember that weird thing that happened? But no, I did not. That was not something that I made common knowledge.